Now calling case 2021 CA2782 in the matter of Robbie Scott Ward. Parties, please state your name for the record.
My name is Robbie Scott Ward.
Good afternoon. I think it is now. Good afternoon. I'm looking at a different screen over here trying to find your case. So just give me a minute.
Sure, Judge.
Here it is. All right. I found it. Word there for a minute that I didn't have it, but I have
Good.
My law clerk has said to me that you would like to change your name to reflect a more formal name, stating that Robbie is generally considered a nickname of Robert, so he is seeking to change the name in order to enhance your prospects in your career. I must, I'm a judge, and so there are certain codes of judicial conduct that I have to respect. One of them is to reveal any biases that are actual or apparent. So I'm about to reveal to you a possible bias for your consideration. My mother's name was Robbie Evelyn Lee, because her daddy's name was Robert E. Lee.
Oh, wow.
Not the famous Confederate general.
Right.
But my mother and her family were from Alabama. And even though I don't know if you can tell from their screen the color of my skin, but I'm an African American. So was my mom and so was her dad. But for whatever reason, his father, who was not African American, decided to name him Robert E. Lee. And then he decided to pass it on to he had two daughters. To be fair, he had two daughters. My mother was the older, and he named her after himself. And her name was Robbie. Her name was not Roberta or something, it was Robbie, R-O-B-B-I-E. But to be fair, he named his other daughter Clotia. I don't know how much Southern history you may be aware of, but there was a infamous slave ship that was discovered, I don't know, 40, 50 years ago off the coast of Alabama, Mobile Bay out there. And the name of that ship was the Clotilda. And so the history goes that a lot of these people who survived that period of time named their offspring after that ship, the Clotilda. So my mother was Robbie E. Lee, but her sister was Clotia Lee. There you have it. That's the history that I needed to tell you about.
Judge, I really appreciate you sharing that with me.
I haven't shared that with very many people, I should tell you, but nobody has come to me asking me to change their name from Robbie either. So,
my mother died in 2010 from a rare form of muscular dystrophy. Before she died,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
My sympathies to you.
Before she passed away, I asked her, I said, why did you name me Robbie and not Robert? And she said that she wanted to name me Robert, but my dad, a man named Billy, not William, insisted on Robbie. And as I've done family research, I see that I have a maternal and a paternal great-grandfather named Robert. So I know that my mother would approve, and I think that my father is okay with it.
Well, that's good enough for Judge Rankin.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, let me just share, since we're sort of informally, not sort of, since we're informally sharing some family histories, my mom also passed. My mom died in 1991, but I cherish her memory, and in the tradition in which it was handed to her, I named my only daughter Lee. I didn't put Robbie on her, but I named her Lee. So she's she's carrying that part of the family history with her. And she named her daughter, I guess I should tell you this, she named my granddaughter Robbie after my mother. So you can change your name, but it lives on.
That's right. For the people that have known me up to this point, I'm still Robbie, but for professional reasons, I can be Robert, and then if I want, I can tell people they can call me Robbie.
Well, you've been awfully patient with this old man today, and I appreciate it. People who know me know that I'm full of stories, and I try to not to bore people with them, but this was too good of an opportunity to pass up. You've listed creditors. You've listed 11 creditors, and did you give notice to each of these creditors?
I did, and I do want to make note that the creditors I listed, many of whom had a zero balance. I just want to make note of that. but just the instructions stated even with a zero balance, I needed to notify them, and I did. And so I notified each of the creditors.
Well, you complied with the District of Columbia law. Now, I noticed from your, I'm going to say it. I noticed from your accent that you sound like you're a Southern man. And I've already revealed to you my Alabama history. What I haven't revealed is my Mississippi history. I was born in Mississippi. Really? Were you?
I'm a Mississippi native. Born in Meridian, Mississippi, went to public school in Greenville, Mississippi.
But you're a true Southern Mississippian. See, I was born in North Mississippi, Holly Springs. I don't know if you've ever been up that way.
I have. My previous career was in journalism, and I worked as a journalist for the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal based in Tupelo.
Outstanding. Well, we could sit here and swap stories for a long time. But I won't do that because I've got other cases. It has been a singular pleasure, I must say, to have the opportunity to preside in this hearing, in this petition, meet a fellow Mississippian and somebody named Robbie. So I won't call you that after today, but today, for once and perhaps final time, Robbie, I'm glad that you brought your case here today when I had a chance to hear it.
Judge Rankin, this has been quite an honor, and you're welcome to call me Robert or Robbie anytime.
Thank you. The petitioner has met all of the requirements for the court to approve this petition for change of name. I do approve it. And the order, I don't know if you can see the law clerk, Brittany Webb, on this call, but she's the one who will be preparing the order for my signature. We should get it out. We can get it out electronically, certainly within the next day. And we should be able to get it out in snail mail, certainly within the next few days. I heard Brittany say earlier, she's a very wise, also a Southern woman. So she's very wise. Mm-hmm. And she mentioned to a petitioner earlier that with Thanksgiving coming up, we can't really predict how the U.S. mail will be delivered towards the next 5 days or so. But we will certainly do our part to get it in the mail and to get you your order so that you can proceed in your not new life, but new identity.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
This is everything, and this is something that I've considered for quite some time, and I certainly appreciate your approval of this request.
Well, I'm sure you did. It's something that's important for a person, and I think that you certainly have given full consideration to this, and to the point that you believe that your mom would approve it and that your dad would not oppose it. I think that's the correct way to look at this going forward, because they would want you to have the best opportunities that you can create for yourself in your life. I wish the same for you. This petition is granted and this hearing is concluded. Thank you very much.
Thank you.